guys, it's me, Schlee. Welcome back for another recipe video. Today I have... Did you forget your name?
Stage fright.
Today I have
Amber
here with me because we're doing another baking video.
I feel like I've been in so many of your videos lately.
You have, and you guys love it, right guys? I love it. Today is special because we're making a recipe that is new to both me and Amber. We're going to be making Italian anise cookies. And this recipe was specifically requested by one of my subscribers, Jeff. So Jeff, this video is for you. I hope you really like it. I had never heard of these cookies before. Had you, Amber?
I'd heard of them before, but I've never tried them because I've heard that anise has a flavor similar to licorice, and I'm not that big of a licorice gal, so...
Plus, we're not Italian, so we just hadn't heard of these, but they look really cute.
We're not Italian?
I wanted to wait till you were older to tell you. So once Jeff mentioned them to me and I discovered them, I thought they'd be fun to try, and they look really festive. So we're gonna make them up for you today. As always, the recipe I'm using will be down below if you wanna try these for yourself. Let me introduce you to the ingredients first off. So here we've got 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 1 cup of plain white sugar, white and fine. We have some baking powder and some salt in this little dish, as well as 3 eggs, some softened butter. This is 1.5 sticks. The anise extract, as Amber mentioned before, and the last ingredient is sprinkles. All right, now we're ready to start combining. The first step is to combine all of your dry ingredients, so the flour, baking powder, and the salt. So once your dry ingredients are whisked together, just set that aside, and now we're going to combine our wet ingredients. So that's gonna be the butter and the sugar first. So these cookies are typically served during the holidays in Italian culture from what I read online. They're usually served at Christmas and at Easter.
Just from reading the recipe, it sounds like these are going to be a very light, fluffy cookie. I'm really interested to try them.
They look like little snowballs. You guys will see at the end when we made them up. And then once your butter and sugar is creamed, you're gonna add in your eggs one at a time. So we have the butter, the sugar, and the eggs combined. The last wet ingredient is going to be our anise extract. And make sure if you make this recipe for yourself, you use anise extract and not anise oil. There is a difference. I also want to address a concern that some of you may have. You may be wondering why neither Amber nor I am wearing a Christmas sweater. We actually are wearing Christmas sweaters. It's a little known fact that Bucky is one of Santa's biggest helpers, and also the first time we ever went to Bucky's was right around Christmas, so to us, Bucky is associated with Christmas, so this counts.
And you bought me this as a gift, so...
I did. I bought me and Amber a matching set, of course, so it's a present. It kind of smells like licorice. It doesn't smell as strong as I thought it would.
Flammable. Avoid pouring near an open flame.
The wet ingredients are officially combined, so now all that's left to do is to fold the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, or is it the other way around?
It's fold the dry into the wet.
Okay, so fold the dry into the wet and mix them thoroughly, but don't overmix or your cookies may be tough.
I'd be very curious to know where you found these cookies, or like how you first came to know about them.
The dough is now all mixed up, so the next thing to do is to scoop out the cookies and put them on a baking sheet. The recipe said you should get about 12 cookies per sheet, so we're gonna try and get that many just to follow the recipe exactly. So here's our first tray of cookies. We got exactly 12, just like the recipe said. And now these are gonna go in the oven at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. Hello again, everybody, we are back. Our first batch of cookies is out of the oven. I'll give you guys a close-up of those so you can see them. They're looking very cute and delicate and nicely browned on the bottom, which is just exactly what the recipe said was supposed to happen. Now we're gonna mix up the icing, which is super easy. It's just powdered sugar and a little bit of milk. You can also add some vanilla extract or more anise extract if you wanted to here. The the icing is all done, so the next thing to do is to dress the cookies with the icing. You could dip them in the bowl or you could drizzle it over like we're gonna do, and then after that we're gonna top them with some sprinkles. Our cookies are done. Here they are. They actually smell quite good. They smell very sweet and there's a little bit of licorice smell to them, but not too much. I'm assuming the flavor is going to reflect that.
They look super adorable. I can totally see just looking forward to seeing these on a Christmas table or Easter table or whatever. They're really fun.
They are really cute and festive. Now it's time for the taste test. So here we go, our first taste of anise Italian Christmas cookies. Well, Amber likes them. She went in for a second bite right away. The Italians know what they're doing with these cookies. These are really good. They have a nice crispy outside. And the inside though is so soft and so buttery and moist. Lightly sweetened like I mentioned before, and then the icing over top adds a really heavy layer of sweetness as you can imagine. But with the cookie being lightly sweetened and then having that licorice flavor in the background, the icing is not too much. Plus the sprinkles on top add a nice little bit of crunch.
So because the anise extract smelled really strong, I thought that would transfer to the cookies, but it really doesn't. It's a much more subtle flavor. You could definitely eat a lot of these at once. They're really light, kind of melt in your mouth type texture, except for the outside's a little bit crumbly, but that's a really nice contrast in textures.
I was worried these were gonna taste like eating straight up licorice, but they definitely do not. And the recipe did say you could add more anise extract if you like that flavor more. So of course you could tailor this to your taste. But this, I feel like would please everybody.
I will say for my personal preference, I would like some vanilla in the icing, but that's just me. Some people might like the plain icing.
I think vanilla would be good too, but for a first try on a recipe we've never heard of before, I think this turned out amazing, pretty much. Jeff, thank you again for suggesting this. Okay guys, that is it for this recipe video. I hope you enjoyed watching us make these Italian Christmas cookies. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!
Bye!